Hello guys, and welcome to this new Tableau tutorial. In this video, we are going to create the following interactive dashboard, which is about the different Airbnb guests and hosts in New York City. As you can see here, we have different filters, like for example, neighborhood group, where we have 5 groups. We have also the room type. We have 3 different types. And we can also use the legends within the 2 charts to get more insights. For example, if we select here all, neighborhood group, we select all, and if we click on the different fields within the legends, we get our insights from the different charts. Okay, as you can see here, for example, for Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, etc. Same thing for the room type. If we click on the first one, we get our data, the second one, and the third one. The link to download the dataset is available in the description. But first, let's talk about Airbnb. If we search in Google about Airbnb, we get that it is an online marketplace that connects people who want to rent out their homes with people who are looking for accommodations in specific locals. So Airbnb is not just about renting, but it is about connecting people from different parts of the world. It is a community that is built for belonging, where hosts offer unique stays and experiences that make it possible for guests to connect with communities in a more authentic way. So if we click on About Us, we get the following. So it is founded in 2007, and as you can see here for the facts, we have 6.6 million active listings worldwide, 100,000 cities and towns with active Airbnb listings, plus 220 countries and regions with Airbnb listings, 1.4 billion Airbnb guests arrivals all time, and plus 4 million hosts on Airbnb. As you can see here, billions are earned by hosts, and on average, nearly $40,000 earned by the typical US host in 2021. Now let's explore our dataset in Excel. As you can see here, first we have the ID, then we have the name. So each name has the ID, and the name is about the description or the title of the home or the room. For example, we have clean and quiet apartment home by the park, the village of Harlem, New York, cozy entire floor of brownstone, etc. Then we have the host ID with the host name. We have the neighborhood group. As we have said, we have 5 different groups, and we have the name of each neighborhood. Then we have the latitude and longitude of the different neighborhoods. The room type, as we have said, we have 3 different types. So we have the private room, entire home apartment, and shared room, right? We have the price in US dollars, the minimum nights, the number of reviews, the date of the last review. We have the reviews per month, and we have calculated host listings count, and we have the availability in the year. So now let's get started. First, we are going to create a map about the average price in the neighborhoods by room type. So we click on New Worksheet, and we double click on latitude, longitude, right? And we have said in each neighborhood, so we drag and drop neighborhood into detail. We drag and drop the price into the color, and we select average. We drag and drop neighborhood group into the label, and we have set for each room type, so we drag and drop room type into the filter. And for example, we select the first one, apply, OK, show filter, and we select single value list. We can select all, and for the title we have set the average price in the neighborhoods, right? Neighborhoods, and room type. We can insert our room type. So we have here room type, and we can put it in, like for example. So we select all, put it in the middle, bold, apply. Okay. For the map, we select the background as dark, and here we select density, right? We can decrease its size, and we change its color. We are going to select density multicolor light with the intensity of 80%. Okay, so like that we get our map. We can change the size. And like that we get our map. Next we are going to create a stacked bar chart for the total bookings by month and neighborhood group and also room type. So we select new worksheet, we drag and drop last review into column, and we select month, right? So here we select month, and we have set the total bookings. So we drag and drop name into rows, and we select count. We can put it here in bar, select the entire view, and drag and drop the neighborhood group into the color. We have set by room type, so drag and drop room type into filter, and for example we select first one, apply, okay. So show filter, and we can select single value list, select all, and for the color we can change it into, for example, summer, assign, apply, okay. So like that we get the total bookings by month and neighborhood group. For room type we can insert the room type, right? I will put it same thing, it like, okay. We select bold and we select 10, apply, okay. What we are going to do is that we press Ctrl key and we duplicate the count of name. So go to the second one, we remove neighborhood group from color, we select line, and for its color it will be black, decrease its size. So press Ctrl key, drag and drop name into label, and we can select dual axis, right? So like that we get the total bookings by month and neighborhood group for different room types, okay. So we'll just change the title in here, so we have neighborhood, right, apply, okay. Next we are going to create a donut chart for the total neighborhoods in each neighborhood group. So we click on new worksheet, and we have set donut chart, so we drag and drop neighborhood group into color, and we select pie. We can increase its width and its height, right? We have set neighborhood, so we drag and drop neighborhood into the size, and we select count. We press Ctrl key and drag and drop neighborhood group into label, and same thing for the count. Here we are going to select percent of total, okay, and we are going to double click on rows, write 0, okay. We press Ctrl key and we duplicate the value. We go to the second one, we remove everything, and we decrease its size a little bit, its color into white, and we select dual axis, entire view. So like that we get the different percentages of the total neighborhoods by neighborhood group. So we can write here total neighborhoods, right, by neighborhood group. Put in the middle, bold, and we put it 10, apply, okay. Next we are going to see the top 10 hosts by total reviews. So click on create new worksheet, and we select host name, neighborhood group, neighborhood, and we can add the average price. So select here the average, right, measure average. We convert it into discrete, okay. Next we drag and drop the number of reviews into the columns. We drag and drop the host ID into detail, and we are going to filter that. So filter, we select the top 10 by number of reviews, apply, okay. We can press Ctrl key and drag the sum into the label. We can change its color into red. Okay, and we can select the entire view. So like that we get the top 10 hosts by total reviews. Put it in the middle, bold, and put it in 10. Apply. Okay, we can increase its width. Okay, so we just change the title in here, top 10 hosts. Apply. Okay. Next, we are going to create a horizontal stacked bar chart which represents the total bookings by room type and neighborhood group. So click on create new worksheet. We drag and drop neighborhood group into the rows, the name into the columns, and we select count. We sort that, and we drag and drop the room type into color. So we can change the color into, for example, winter. Apply. Okay. Select the entire view. Height field, right? And we can change the title. So total bookings by neighborhood group and room type. Bold, and we put it in 10. Apply. Okay. Next, we are going to create the total reviews by year. So click on create new worksheet, and we drag and drop last review, so which is our date, into the columns. I'm going to select year. We drag and drop the number of reviews into the rows. We select bar. We select entire view. We can change its color, right? And we can also press Ctrl key and drag and drop the sub into the label. We can remove the null values, so exclude, and like that we get our bar chart. So we'll add the title, which is total reviews by year, right? Middle, bold, 10. Apply. Okay. Next, we are going to create a tree map for the average price by neighborhood group and room type. So click on new worksheet. We have said neighborhood group, and we have said the average price. So we select average. Room type, we put it in the filter, right? Apply. Okay. Show filter, and we are going to select single value lists, and here we can change it into a tree map, right? We can change its color into red. Apply. Okay. We can add the average price into the label. We can select, for example, here all. Okay. And for the text, we can format numbers, currency, standard, right? And we can change its title. So we have set the average price by neighborhood group, room type. I'm going to insert the room type, right? Put it same thing in it, like okay, then apply. Okay. If we change the room type, so we have the price which will be changed, and we select all. Next, we are going to create a horizontal bar chart for the average price in each neighborhood by neighborhood group. So click on new worksheet, neighborhood into the rows, neighborhood group into the filters. For example, select one, apply OK, and show filter. And we have set the average price. So we drag and drop average price into the columns. We select the average, we sort, and here we can select single value list. For example, if we select all, we have the following, and for example, if we select Brooklyn, Manhattan, etc. We can press Ctrl key, drag and drop the average price into the label. We can format that. So we select currency standard, right? And we can change its color. Hide field labels for rows. And for the title, we have average price in the neighborhoods, right? Here we select neighborhood group and we insert our neighborhood group. So put it like that, put it in italics, right? And the rest we put it in bold. We select all, it will be 10 in the middle, apply OK. Now if we select all, we have the neighborhood group which is changing, right? Next, we are going to create a highlight table for the average reviews per month by room type and neighborhood group. A worksheet. So average reviews per month by room type and neighborhood group. Okay. So drag and drop neighborhood group into the columns and the room type into the rows. And here we have the reviews per month. So we put it in text and we select the average. Now we select the highlight table, select the entire view, hide field, and for the color we can change it into red. Apply OK. So like that we get our highlight table for the average reviews per month by room type and neighborhood group. Next we are going to create 4 text worksheets, and to do that first we have to create 4 different calculated fields. The first one is total hosts, so write total hosts. So we create a string total hosts, apply OK. Next one, create calculated field, so total neighborhoods in New York City, right? Same thing, we create a string, apply OK. Next one is the average, so average reviews per month. Same thing, create a string. And the fourth one is the total reviews, so write total reviews. Apply OK. So here we select new worksheet, we hide title, we set total hosts, we increase the width, right? And we drag and drop the host ID into the text. We select count distinct, right? So here we have the total hosts. Next one, we have the total neighborhoods in New York City. Same thing. To text, hide title, and we drag and drop neighborhood into text. We select same thing, count distinct, and here we have 221 neighborhoods, right? Next one is the average reviews per month. Same thing, we hide title, and we drag and drop reviews per month into text, and we select the average. And the last one is total reviews. So we hide the title, drag and drop total reviews into text, we increase the width, right? And we drag and drop number of reviews into text. Here we have 1,138,005 reviews. Now we will format our worksheets. So we start from the map. We click on Format, Shading, and we select Gray. Same thing for the title. Select all, white, apply OK. Format title, and we add the border, right? Next, we have the total bookings by month and neighborhood group. Same thing, format, shading, we choose gray. We remove the grid lines, so row grid lines none. Same thing for the font, we select white, bold, 8. We remove count of name. We format, so format, dates, we use abbreviation, okay. And for the border, we add the border, so we put everything in white, okay. Same thing for row divider and column divider, okay. Same thing for the title, so we put it in white, apply okay, and we add our border, okay. And last review, hide field labels for columns. Same thing for the axis, we remove count of name, okay. Next we have the donut chart, so we do the same thing. For the title, we select everything in white, apply OK. The border in white also. For format, shading, so worksheet, we put this color, and same thing for this one, okay. The second chart, I'm going to remove the title, tick marks none. Same thing for the other axis, so title we remove, tick marks none, and here we remove the zero line, okay. For the border column divider, we put it to none, and for the sheet we select header in white, okay. For the font, same thing, it will be white, bold, right. We remove the legend, so hide card. Next we have the top 10 hosts by total reviews. Same thing for the shading, okay. For the font, we put it bold 8, right. For the title, same thing, so you put everything in white, apply okay. And format title, we add the border in white. For the lines, we remove the grid lines, okay. For the columns, okay, great. And for the shading, we have said that for row banding, we select here black, okay. And for the header, same thing, okay. And for the level, it will be all the row, all right. So like that we get our rows. Same thing for the borders, we are going to put everything in white, and white. Same thing here, white, and also here we have white. We'll remove the title, so number of reviews, we omit that, and we get our worksheet with the new formatting, right. We can also, for the alignment, we put everything in the center, right. Same thing for the header. And here for the average price, we can select format, and for number, we select number, custom, and we select 2 decimal places. Okay. Next, we have the horizontal stacked bar chart. Same thing, we select format, shading. Okay. So the worksheet, it will be in gray. For the font, white 8 bold, right? We remove grid lines for the columns, none. Here we remove the title. Same thing for the title, we double click, we put it in white, apply OK, we add the border, OK, in white, and same thing for the worksheet, we are going to add the border. So for sheet, we select everything in white. Okay, so like that, we get our worksheet with the new colors. Next, we have the other bar chart. So first we hide field labels, right? We format the title. So we put it in white, apply OK. We add the border. Format shading, we put it in gray, right? For the rows, we remove grid lines. Same thing for the title, we remove the title. And for the font, we select everything in bold, white, and 8. And same thing, we add the border, we put everything in white. So white, plain white. The header, we put it in white. Row divider in white. And same thing, column divider, we put it in white. Next, we have the tree map. So same thing, shading, it will be in gray, right? And for the font, we put it in white, bold, 8. For the title, same thing, we put it in white, apply OK, and for the format, we add our border in white. Okay, for the view, we select the entire view. Next, we have the horizontal bar chart. So same thing for the title, we can put it in white. Okay, white, apply OK. For the border, also it will be white. For the worksheet shading, it will be in gray, right? The font, same thing, bold, white, 8. We remove the title of the axis. Okay, and we add the borders, right? I put everything in white. Okay, same thing for row divider, and same thing for the column divider. We remove the grid lines for the columns, and like that we get our horizontal bar chart with new colors. Next, we have the highlight table. Same thing, shading, we put the sheet in gray, right? For the font, it will be bold, white, 8. For the borders, we put everything in white. Same thing for row divider and column divider. For the alignment, we put everything in the center, and same thing, center. Okay. The title, we put also the title in white. Apply OK, and we add the border for the title. Put it in white. Just for the price in the previous table. Okay, this one. So we're going to format that. We put it in currency, right? Currency custom. Okay, so we add the currency, right? Now we format the text sheets. Okay, so same thing, shading, we put it in gray. The font, it will be bold, white, and 8, or we leave it 9. Okay, and for the alignment, it will be in the center. Same thing. So we said the shading will be in gray, the alignment will be in the center, and worksheet, it will be white in bold. Same thing for the third one. We put it in the center, and we put it bold white. And the last one, is the same thing, bold white. Okay, so like that we have done with formatting the worksheets. Now we create our dashboard. So we click on new dashboard, and here we define our size. So for the size it will be 1900, and here it will be 1000. Okay, dashboard format we put gray, so we put the same color, and now we drag and drop the sheets. So we start by the map, then we have the second one, which is stacked by chart, right? We have the donut chart. Okay, then we have the top 10. Okay, we change it into standard. Okay, that's great. Same thing here. Okay, decrease. That's great. Next we have the horizontal stacked by chart. Same thing, we put it here. Then we have the total reviews. Okay, that's great. Put this one in here. Okay, right, next we have the tree map, so we put it here. Or for the highlight table we put it here, right? Next here we have the tree map, so put it here, and for the horizontal bar chart we put it here. Okay, so all right, so we remove one, we keep only one room type. Same thing here, we remove this one, remove this one, remove this one. For the neighborhood we put it here, right? And we change it into drop down. Same thing for the room type, we put it here, and we change it into drop down. Okay, great. This one we turn it into floating, and we put it here. For the room type into floating, and we put it inside also the chart. We remove this part of the filters, so now we have more space. And for this one we put it the entire view like that. Okay, that's great. We can decrease the size like that. All right, okay, so same thing for this one, decrease, put this one in here. Okay, and for here we add the logo of the Airbnb, right? So we double click on image, choose. So for the logo I'm going to put it in here like that. Okay, that's great. All right, okay, we put it like this, like that. For the map we increase it. Now I'm going to format this one. Okay, we put it in here, so we don't need the title, and we format legends, so we add font, it will be white, and the border it will be white, same thing. Okay, do the same thing for the second one. So we don't need the title, right? And we format, shading it will be in white, and same thing, the font, it will be in white. Now I'm going to format also the filters. So format filter, the body it will be white, and the border it will be white, the alignment it will be in the center, and same thing for this one. So format, center, white, and here put it in white. Okay, now we select apply to worksheets, apply worksheets, selected worksheets, and here it is used only with sheet 8. Whereas for the room type, if we select apply to worksheets, selected worksheets, as you can see here, it is applied in here, in here. Okay, so 1, 2, right. Okay, as you can see, when we change, it will be changed. Okay, all. So now we need only to add the text, right? So now we add the first one. We hide title, put it like that. We add the second one. Same thing, we hide the title. We add the third one, hide title, and we add the last one. Same thing, we hide the title. Okay, so like that. All right. Okay, that's great. Now we can add, so we select floating, blank, double click, and it will be, so layout, background white. Okay, so we decrease dimensions. So copy, paste that 3 times, and we are going to separate our text, right? All right, so like that, if we select the presentation view, we get our final dashboard. Okay, as you can see here, it is an interactive dashboard, and it has all the required charts that will allow us to analyze our dataset. So now let's talk about some of the insights that we can get from this dashboard. First of all, in this stacked bar chart, we have the total bookings by month and neighborhood group. And as you can see here, we have 10,000 null values. This means simply that the names selected in here, they do not have a last review date. And last review date is the only date available in the dataset. So we can just exclude this value. Okay, so we don't have null values. And as you can see here, we have most of the reservations are made in the summer and on June for all neighborhood groups. And in the second position, we have May, then we have January. For total reviews by year, we can see that most reviews are made in 2019 with more than a million reviews. If we use the map and the tree map, we can see that Manhattan has the highest average price for the rent with a value which is nearly $200. And if we use the same map and the horizontal bar chart, we can see that the neighborhood that has the highest average price, which is $800, is Fort Wadsworth, and it is located in here. So we have the group Staten Island. All right. And also, if we use the donut chart, we can observe that most neighborhoods are shared between Manhattan and Brooklyn. So we have Manhattan with value of 44.3% and Brooklyn with 41.12%. Same thing in here for total bookings by neighborhood group and room type. We can see that Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens have shared room, okay, whereas the two other groups they do not have. And the same thing for the entire home and apartment. We can see that Manhattan comes in the first position, then Brooklyn and Queens. So these are some insights that we can get from this dashboard. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope that you have learned new things and see you in the next tutorial.